This is such an honor. Wow, thank you, Coach Brian. You can't have an event like this unless you have someone champion it. That champion, without a doubt, sitting over there in that chair right there, Carol Wayman. Yeah, give it up for Carol for sure. My oldest son is 34, and he played his first Little Mo when he was 7 years old. That was a way back when. But I think we played 15 consecutive years of Little Mo, and I had a child in junior tennis for 22 consecutive years, so I'm feeling you. I am feeling you, and I know exactly what you're thinking and what you're feeling when it comes to all the challenges and all the fun. So this is just an amazing event, and you have to have that champion. And I also want to speak to Coach Jack Newman, who is our owner and one of our founding coaches, and the man that actually supports the concept of having this here every year. He's not here today, but Jack is a 24/7 guy in developing this particular program, and he champions this with people like Carol Wayman to make a difference for you to come here and just take the facility and use it and make something special happen. So give it up for Coach Jack Newman too, please. Yes, I've got this board here, and it's interesting that if we look at this, I'm going to read something right quick. This is a little unlike me to read something, but I'm going to read it because I think it's special. Every story, great and small, shares the same essential structure because every story bears its power from a larger story, a story woven into the fabric of our being. All of these stories borrow from the story, from reality. We hear echoes of it through our lives. Some secret written on our hearts, a great battle to fight and someone to fight for us. An adventure, something that requires everything we have. Something to be shared with those we love and need. You know, I've read that and think about it often, and I look at Little Mo, and if you've taken this book and you've read her story, it's amazing. You got to go back and look at it. How she started playing tennis, nothing in her life was easy. She did not have it easy. She had to go to public courts to train and learn the game. She had a really challenging family life when she was young. She was very motivated, but she has this story, and until you go and read it, you don't understand maybe how difficult it was and how challenging, how special she is. But she did some phenomenal things in her career. We're here because of that person, Maureen Conley, and she being like you. You are. Your story right here and your story over there and that story and that story. You're here because you're special. Everybody here, you got to think you are not normal. You're not normal if you're sitting on that wall, because I'm telling you, you are chasing that dream with your child or your grandchild or your nephew or niece. You're not normal if you're sitting here. This is not what normal people do. Yeah, give it up for yourself. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are special. And I don't say that to make you feel good. It's the truth. You're here chasing that dream. It's awesome. She has that story. I want you to check out this book, read it, be aware of it. You know what we did with our college prep program here recently? We had them write their own story. You have an opportunity every time you do something this weekend that you're making memories, you're writing your story, you understand how important that is. So I'd like you to think about this weekend, and if you're a parent and a coach and you're representing and helping one of these young players, just remember you're writing that story that they're going to have the rest of their life, and it's so important. So it's so cool to know that our person that we're representing here, the person that's so special, Maureen Conley, had that unique story. And we wouldn't be here probably if it wasn't for her. She won so many national championships and so many world championships. Very special person. So I've got this board out here today because I'm actually going to do a little coaching, which I really like to do. So one of the things I want to do, I'm going to give you 2 things, players, that you're going to get to work on in this event. So I haven't done this before at Little Mo, but I'm going to give it a try. So let's just say you go out and play a match, and the score's 6-3, 6-3. How many games is that, people? Come on. 18 games. Good. All right, we're at 18. Let's just say we average 6 points a game. How many points is that? 6 points a game, 18 games. How many? Come on, somebody.
108.
What?
108.
how about 98? Am I right? No, 108? Okay. 108, I'll take 108. All right, so we're looking, let's just call it 100 points for fun. We'll round it to 100, just for fun. So we got 100 points we're going to play. You're playing this match tomorrow. You're going to play 100 points. Guess what? You're going to lose 40. I don't care what you do. You might be 35, it could be 34. You're going to lose 40 points. Okay? You're going to lose 40 points. All right? You're also going to win 40 points. Almost everybody you play. Okay, this leaves 20 points. But guess what? There's a secret to those 20 points. Anyone think about what that might be? What's the secret to the middle 20? The middle 20, yes. Yeah.
Just playing a rally and having fun.
Ooh, I like that. Playing a rally and having fun. You're close. Do you have an answer?
I was gonna think about like the winning percentage.
Playing winning percentage tennis. Okay. Staying consistent.
Changing something.
Changing things up. Could be those. Yes. So you've already won 40, could be 20 more. Those are all great answers. This is going to happen tomorrow. How do you win the middle 20? It's really simple. The key to the middle 20 is this the entire match. Just right here, I'm about to give it to you. This is a secret. Here it is. It's called what? Self-talk.
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 What does that mean?
Talking to
Yes.
yourself.
So you're going to play these 100 points, and if you have really good self-talk, the entire 100 points, you will work your way through the match on the tough situations because your self-talk is so encouraging. Your self-talk has to be that place in the match where you continue to encourage yourself. When you're down, when you're up, it's what you say to yourself. It is critical. The elite players know that every time they play. It sounds so simple as this board runs away from me, but your self-talk is so big. Yes, I can do this, no problem. I'm going to deal with the wind. Actually, the wind is going to stop pretty soon, and I'm going to be able to handle this board. But you're going to play 100 points, and your self-talk is critical. So you've got to be able to say the right things to yourself, encourage yourself. It sounds simple, but I want you to work on that tomorrow. The entire match, I want you to encourage yourself at the highest level. Okay? All right, that's my first tip. Now I'm going to need some help with this board. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that might be good too. Lock it. That'd be science. All right, now I'm going to give you one other tip. So we're going to really work on our self-talk. So I'm watching these courts. I'm going to see people going, yes, I can do this. Come on, I've got this. I'm confident. Go to my big forehand, use my footwork patterns. Okay, I'm going to give you something called a hypnotic pattern. It's a strategical pattern. You ever heard of the hypnotic pattern? Pretty interesting. The hypnotic pattern. It's called the 3-1 hypnotic pattern. So you're playing on a court. Oh, no good. Here's the court, right here. All right. Oh, there's no line there. There's the tennis court. Everybody see that? Okay, the hypnotic 3-1 says this. We as human beings, we like to make things simple. And we like to take shortcuts. We're always trying to kind of figure it out and be crafty. Well, if you will take this and start to work at it in a tennis, you'll see a dramatic increase in the number of points that you win. But if you're player A and you're playing B, and you can actually hit 3 quality balls into the same court zone with the same quality, this person will have to go out once, they'll have to go out twice, but something weird happens on the 3rd time. They actually get trained to go to that corner, and they stop and they don't recover to the same level. It's psychologically proving that the hypnotic 3-1 works. So what's going to happen is, as you get good at this, and this player doesn't recover like they're supposed to, what do they leave open? They leave the line. And we so often go to the line too early. but you can literally hypnotize your opponent by hitting 3 quality balls into one corner and then having them try to not recover as well and play the down the line off that, the 3-1 pattern. You go, okay, that sounds so simple. I actually heard that pattern in 1972 from my high school coach in Lubbock, Texas. They didn't call it the hypnotic 3-1. But that's what it is, and it's very effective. Coaches, parents, players, look to that. Be using the hypnotic 3-1. You can do that in many different ways. You can do it from the 3 down the line and then 1 cross. You can do that 3 cross and 1 down the line. You could even do that 3 cross and a drop shot, something with that kind of variety. So that's my 2 tips for you coaching tomorrow. An entire weekend, all right? Really positive self-talk and the hypnotic 3-1. Yes? Can you do that for me? Nice.